was a hot summer day, and Dave was driving down the country road while listening to his favourite music. He suddenly sees in the distance hundreds of crows gathered in the field at the right side of the road. Dave pulled over in order to investigate the sight. As he was walking towards the field, he got a strange feeling that something was wrong. As he's walking, he's getting the feeling that he has been there before. He finds it strange that although he is walking towards the crows, they didn't even notice him. What Dave doesn't know is that the Scarecrow is in charge, and that the crows are only there to clean up its mess, and act only when the Scarecrow tells them to. The summer heat started to get unbearable, and Dave looked across the crop, and there was a bit of a breeze. There was a blood-curdling whisper came from the distance, saying the Scarecrow knows all. He felt shiver all over his back and started to run towards his car. As soon as he reaches his car, an uncertain force pulling back into the field. He then immediately ran back to his car, horrified to the bone. The uncertain force pulls him back into the field, and Dave saw the first time what the crows were doing. The crows were feasting on a human body. The body was decomposed, and the maggots were dripping from the eyes. Dave could see the person's intestines. The blood was dripping from the crow's mouths. The smell was very intense. Dave started to vomit due to the decomposed corpse. He then takes a few steps backwards and falls in a puddle of blood. He sees through the crops another dead body that looks just like him. Dave is puzzled as to how could that be since he's still alive. He panicked and as breathless looks around and saw crops everywhere, moving in the wind. He then saw a tall black figure roughly 3 feet away. The crows started to fly towards the figure and landing on it. Dave tried to figure out what it was, but he couldn't. One of the crows stared Dave directly in his eyes, and then the crow turned his head 360 degrees around, and one could hear the crackle noises its neck made. The black figure started at this point to make a robotic movement towards him. Dave was terrified. He knew what he needed to get out of there. He starts running through the crops while hearing loud footsteps chasing him, and also hundreds of crows from all directions. After a while, he realized that regardless of how fast he runs, the uncertain field would always bring him back to the same position. So eventually the crows catch up on him, and he realized that the black figure was a scarecrow, and the scarecrow leans towards Dave and whispers, "I told you, Scarecrow knows all."